One of the questions that I'm frequently asked is how can I automate some of this connection building process to consistently grow my network? Now, for those of you that are still a little bit uncertain as to why we're growing these big, broad and diverse networks in the first place, let me just say this. In the next module, we're going to talk about being able to target people directly on LinkedIn that we are not directly connected to. But what we need to do to be able to demonstrate some sort of familiarity to these people is demonstrate that we're connected to them via other people. Now, I'm going to park that for now, and then when you go through to Module 4 and understand exactly how to target people for spotting leads and opportunities, you'll see the templates in later lectures. You'll understand exactly why we're growing these broad and diverse networks. One of the best ways to continue your network growth is to join open networking groups. So here I am at the homepage of LinkedIn, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to search here using this top bar, but before I start typing, I'm going to come down, I'm going to select groups, and then I'm just going to type in open networker, and you can see it's the first thing that's listed, open networker groups. It'll take a few seconds to load, but when it does, it will list a whole load of groups that are full of open networkers, i.e. people who openly connect with anybody, very much the same as the people that we saw on top linked in the previous lecture. Just to filter this out so I only get the most relevant results for me, I'm just going to open up my search to English only results. And once that's filtered through, you can see there are 192 open networker groups. Well, over here we can see top linked again, which we saw previously. That has 140,000 members, 65,000 of which are already in my network to some degree, either first, second, third degree connections. After that, we've got a group with 3,500 members. Now that might be a particularly active group, for example, so lots of stuff going on, which we can see here. 44 discussions are happening this month in this particular group. Then we've got the Lion Open Networker Invite Me email list. So again, this is a great opportunity for joining a group, and the people, the members of this group, will try and invite you on LinkedIn. It's only got 1,900 members, but again, very active, 90 discussions this month. So if we're looking to get into conversations with these people, a great group this would be. Down here, we have real estate or investor open networks, so niche specific open networks. So what I suggest you do is you trawl through these search results and look for very broad groups with large numbers of members, like we can see the top linked group up here. I'd look for very active groups with lots of discussion, so we know we can get into conversations with these people. And I would also look for very niche networks. Now, you will usually find the more niche the network, or the more specific the network, the more active that group is. And we can see that here, real estate investor open networker group, very active, 280 discussions this month from only 1,700 members. Down here we can see another group with 60,000 members in, 31,000 of which are already in my network. Now, what's really interesting and important to note here, you can see from my broad and diverse network, I have access to a lot of these people already. Now, I'm not a member of any of these networking groups. As you can see, it says join here, join, view for this one, so I can look at that one. But as you can see, I'm not a member of these groups, yet I still have access to so many of their members through first, second or third degree connections. And that's the importance of growing broad networks, and I will show you exactly what we're going to do with that next. So what I suggest you do is you join, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 of these open networker groups. Choose the ones that you think are going to be most relevant for you. Once you've done that, drop a note in the open networker group, letting them know who you are, put your email address in there, a link to your profile will be included in that post anyway, and let people know that you're open to connecting. They will know that anyway because you've joined an open networker group, and just introduce yourself to that group, and you can literally watch the invites flow in over time. This will not generate you hundreds of thousands of connections in 5 minutes, but what it will do is it will give you a regular steady stream of new connection requests from people on LinkedIn. Now, even though those people may not be the most relevant to you, they will give you access to virtually everybody else on the platform. By the sheer virtue of them being open networkers, it means they have lots of connections. The beauty of LinkedIn is we can tap in to those connections for lead generation purposes, which we will discuss in a later module.